Hey everybody, Phi Farley here, Wednesday, April 11th, and we have a ginormous slate of games, last day of NBA basketball, and we got a lot to get to, so I'm going to get right to it. Wrapping up yesterday, it was merely perfect, not just in the two plays that were made. The last game of the day, barely hitting the Lakers covering with the Rockets. Man, I was nervous about that all day. As I'm looking at these other games hitting, I'm like, gosh, I sure hope the one play I put out early is not going to be the one that doesn't hit. But Lakers ended up covering there at home. Good for them with that young squad out there on the floor. So nice covering there. The only game that really was, and it wasn't a pick or anything. The only game that had movement the other way was the 76ers. But that said, it was really stubborn. It took a lot of money to move that line. I was watching that line all day long, and it wouldn't budge off 9.5. By the time the game tipped off, it was 10.5. But man, it was big money all day long going in on the 76ers to get it to move. It was probably just public money because everyone knew the Sixers needed to win. They ended up winning by 8, not covering, and the Hawks covered. Other than that, the other 5 games, every single one was on the right side, including the 2 picks that I put out there, the Hornets and the Lakers. So not at all tooting my horn or anything, but it's just good to have an update and also good to cash in when you're given a good line to make sure you cash in on it. So today, holy cow, there could not be a more important game than Denver traveling to Minnesota. Denver winning, they won like 6 straight, and they've had to win every single one of them. Minnesota having to win all their games, and they're getting Jimmy B back. So it's 6 straight. And now they play the toughest road of these last 7 games is this game on the road in Minnesota. Just a fantastic finish. It could not have been scripted any better way. Minnesota's fantastic at home, 29-11. Denver struggled on the road, 15-25. My lean there is Minnesota, and they're getting right now it's 3.5. It's started at 4 and down to 3.5, even with money coming in on Minnesota. So it looks like we're looking for a real close game there. The other game that has real big playoff implications is Utah traveling to Portland. Here we're seeing a lot of money come in on Utah. Utah's been hot as of late. They've won their way into that 3rd spot with Portland, and Portland has really been struggling down the stretch, but they've been doing it almost on purpose with Damian Lillard sitting and resting and other injuries. I look for Portland to put on a nice showing tonight and get the win at home. Right now we're seeing 84% of the money, 61% of the tickets, 84% of the money though on the Utah Jazz. And it's gone from 2 to 3 for Portland. So if I had to pick a side, it would be the Portland side in that game. And that's going to be a playoff atmosphere. So I'm looking forward to watching that one. Okay, I want to get to a game that's going to be my pick right now because I got to get this video out so everyone can start chiming in. Throw your comments in below. Fantastic job yesterday, by the way, of throwing a couple winners out there in the comments. So keep it up. Keep the dialogue going. I'll be checking on this here throughout the evening. But the play I want to get to is going to be a team I've been taking quite a bit down the stretch as they've been doing fantastic, covering in majority of their games. It's the Brooklyn Nets going to the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics, in a game of which had more meaning than this one against the Washington Wizards, gave up. Just absolutely gave the game over in the second half to the Washington Wizards, allowing the Wizards to score to cover the 7 to 7.5 point, depending on when you got the line, score yesterday. So I don't see them putting in much of a fight. Meanwhile, the Nets have been shooting lights out from 3, shooting more threes than any other team has in history. They are just launching up a ton of threes. So look for this game. It could be Celtics up first half. But then once they start cashing it in, look for the Nets, start launching those threes up. And it doesn't take a whole lot of threes in the 3rd quarter and then the 4th quarter to start running away with this game. The money has been just rolling in on Brooklyn. So this is undeniable that the big money's on Brooklyn. Starting up at 5.5 point underdogs, but quickly moving to pick 'em, and then now up to a 2-point favorite. It's starting to slow up a little bit, but still 84% of the money is on Brooklyn. 59% of the tickets, but 84% of the money is on the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm going to be on that sharp side, the big side, following that to 2. I will take the Nets minus the 2, and I'm going to be looking at some other games. Remember to follow back up with the videos because I'm going to throw some more picks down in the comments section here, our last day of the regular season. And if you got any, I'd love to hear about them as well. Throw them down there. I'm digging in as much as I can, but with so many games, it's really hard to hone in and get the best edge possible. So if you want to chime in, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll dig in, give you my 2 cents, and see what we got. All right, good luck, everybody. I'll see you again soon.